Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer. Amy attacks with Sunfrill Imitator and has it become a copy of Kalamax, the Stormsire. Afterwards, she casts a lightning bolt. Her Sunfrill Imitator is tapped, but her Kalamax isn't. Will lightning bolt be copied? Okay, so when I got this question, it took me an embarrassingly long time to get why Sunfrill Imitator kept its name when it copied something. But eventually I realized it was so that you could copy legendary dinosaurs and not have the legend rule kick in. The point in question here is closely related. Sunfrill Imitator now has an ability that says, whenever you cast your first instant, if Kalamax the Stormsire is tapped. So which permanent is the game going to look at? Now, if you just went based off the normal English meaning of the words, you probably said that the game would look at the Kalamax. But that's kind of weird, right? I mean, what if someone played a removal spell against the Kalamax before you played that instant? Would the ability still trigger? Would it depend on whether Kalamax was tapped or untapped at the time when it went extinct? Would the answer be different if you managed to make your creature into a copy of a Kalamax that a different player controlled? There's a lot of awkward questions that stem from one root problem, which is that this ability is designed around the game looking at the creature it's on. If some other creature were to gain this ability, the natural way for it to work would be for the game to look at that other creature and not at the original Kalamax. And that's the reason why we have this rule here. It says that when Sunfrill Imitator gains Kalamax's abilities, any instances of Kalamax's name are treated as though they said Sunfrill Imitator. Therefore, when the game is deciding whether to copy the lightning bolt, the ability from Kalamax looks at whether Kalamax is tapped, and the ability from Sunfrill Imitator looks at whether Sunfrill Imitator is tapped. Both of these function independently, meaning that if both creatures are tapped, then the lightning bolt will be copied twice. By the way, we also have this rule here, which says that if an ability uses a permanent's name in it, it only refers to that specific permanent, not to any other permanents that happen to have the same name. So if you had a second Sunfrill Imitator that was also copying Kalamax, but it was untapped, then only the tapped Sunfrill Imitator would get to copy Lightning Bolt. This also means that if you and an opponent both control a Kalamax and you play an instant, you will not get to copy it if theirs is tapped, but yours isn't. There's one more interesting thing with Kalamax and this question. If you take a look at its first ability, you can see that it uses the card's full name, Kalamax the Stormsire. On the other hand, the other ability just says Kalamax without the epithet. Is there a difference between these? And the answer is that no, there isn't. According to this rule here, the use of a shortened version of a card's name in its rules text is exactly equivalent to using the full name. The difference is purely cosmetic and just comes down to which one the templating team thinks is more fitting. Just don't take this kind of liberty on your deck lists, okay? And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.